Okay, welcome to part 4 of Living at Ease. Finished up the last video and I mentioned that there were two major ways to attack the problem, and they are relaxing the body and relaxing the mind. I'm going to go through relaxing the body and talk about the strategies that people generally use and why they don't work, and then other strategies that are more helpful. And then the next video, I'll get more into how to relax the mind. Okay, so relaxing the body. So we're living our lives and we're feeling some stress. Well, if you are a typical American, you come up with a few different ways to handle this. One, this would be, a more positive one would be you start to exercise. You join a gym or you start jogging or something like that. And what you'll find is that if you go for a good run or you get on the treadmill for a while, what you'll find is that you really jack your body up. Your heart rate goes up, your breathing goes up, you start sweating, you get adrenaline. And what happens is when you're done, you're kind of exhausted and you do drop back down. So while you're working out, you might jack yourself up to 75 or 80, and then when you relax, you go down some. And that is a semi-positive way of dealing with stress. And if the amount of stress you have is not that much, that might pretty much cure it. But if you have enough stress, what happens is, you jack up to 75, but you still never go back to 50. You still never get back to normal. So it does help, but it doesn't fix it. Now, if you're even more typical American, then there are much quicker, easier, lazier ways to cause these changes in your body. They are, and man, do they make money for the world. One is you can start smoking. Even just smoking a cigarette, what people do while they're doing it is they take deep, long breaths to inhale the smoke, and it causes them to take deep breaths, and it will slowly relax their body down. The problem is they're taking in harmful chemicals that will eventually give them cancer. But it does, in the short term, help you to slow down. If you watch a lot of people when they're smoking, there are definitely people when they're stressed out, they're like, oh, I need a cigarette. Part of it too is sometimes I'll look at their hands. You can almost see their hands shaking, and by the time they're done smoking, their hands have calmed down. What it did was allow them to jack their number back down from 75 to lower, but again, this is not a healthy way to do it. Another common way to deal with this is to have a drink. If you have alcohol, doesn't matter what form it comes in, it has the same effect on your body. It slows your heart rate down, it controls your breathing, and it helps jack your number down. But again, the number does not stay down because we haven't really addressed the problem. Another one is, of course, drugs. All kinds of drugs do this same thing. They're all kind of cheating. I don't want to say cheating, but they're ways that work, but they're basically masking the problem. They don't fix the problem. So I'm going to spend some time talking about some things that do work. Now, what order should I do these in? Let's say this. Something similar to exercising, but a little bit different is, and you do not need to become a master at this, is yoga. You'll hear that all the time. Now, why does that work for people? Well, what happens is people get themselves into these weird positions, and they're almost comical to look at. What they are trying to do when you're doing yoga is this: you're stretching your muscles for an extended period of time. And what happens is if your muscles are tense, and let's say that you bend over and touch your toes, not for 2 seconds, not for 10 seconds, not for 15, but for say 30 seconds. As you lean over for 30 seconds, the tension that's in the muscles in your back will start to get relieved. Like your body can't help it. It's like a rubber band. It forces it to stretch out a little bit. And that's really what yoga does. When you look at it, it's a bunch of goofy poses that people are in, but in the end, no offense to yoga people, but in the end, all they're trying to do is for extended periods of time to relax by stretching your body. Now, the thing that goes with that, maybe I'll do these out of order, okay? There's two different strategies I'm going to offer. I'm on YouTube right now. I just looked up videos for two different strategies I would like to share. Let me jump ahead from this one. Come on, baby. And jump ahead from this one. No rush. Okay, now there's two kinds of progressive relaxation exercises. One is very it's mental. So what you do is you lay down somewhere, you put on a tape, it puts on some spooky kind of relaxing music in the background, maybe a flute or something. And the idea is that it walks you through a progression of things like, okay, please relax your forehead, relax your face, relax your ears, relax your hands. And as silly as that may sound, okay, forgive me. That's some of the stresses of life, the phone ringing, so I had to pause real quick. What I was talking about was the passive relaxation is the one where it's all mental. You listen to the tape, and basically they talk you through this series of things. Relax your feet, relax your knees, relax your eyes. And the crazy thing is that in some ways, the first time, it almost seems silly. But what it's really doing is trying to take your brain and stop it from going a million miles an hour and try to get you to slowly concentrate and focus your mind on different parts of your body and trying to let the tension out. That is just mental. And that works for some people, but the one that I'm going to show you first is closer to yoga. This one is almost more like physical because of the way this one works. And if you look at the video right here, it's called Progressive Muscle Relaxation Video. It's by something called WVU Wellcasts. You can find it on YouTube. Basically, these are a little different, and the way they work is you kind of like you lay on your back, you listen to this tape, or you listen to this video, and what they do is they slowly have you say, for example, you ball your fists up really tight for 10 seconds, and then you let go. And what happens is after balling your fist up really tight for 10 seconds and then you let go, your hands are more relaxed. You do it with your biceps. You tighten them up for 10 seconds and then you let go. You scrunch your face really hard and then 10 seconds and then you let go. And again, these things sound like, as I'm describing it, they almost sound silly, but they work. Like, it basically allows your body to calm down. So this video right here, you can kind of check it out and see if it's for you, progressive muscle relaxation. And then the one before it is this other one. It's very similar. What's it say? Guided. This one says guided meditation and deep relaxation. And this is another one, same thing. The person walks you through a series of things that they say. And basically they say things like, I want you to tense up this muscle, tense up that muscle, and then relax them. And what happens is when you're done, you actually do feel more relaxed. Now, the ones that came before that, for example, this one, let's go back one more. This one's called progressive relaxation. Now here, let me.
Namaste. My name is G, and this meditation is for progressive relaxation, and maybe you and let all the muscles go.
Yeah, I let that run for a few seconds. I don't know if you could hear that or not, but basically, that one's called Progressive Relaxation by Jean Madeline. And basically, the idea is this is the one that's more mental, and basically, all you do is relax with your mind, and you just go around your body. Both of these things work disturbingly well. What it does is it forces you to take 15, 20 minutes, maybe even a half hour where what you do is, if you go back to my numbers, if you came home and you were kind of stressed out and you were up at 60, 65, 70, you had a rough commute home, you want to kill somebody the way they were driving, you come home and you listen to this tape, and what will happen is when they're saying relax this and relax that, it causes your brain to stop thinking about all the different things that upset you all day, and it allows your number to go back from 75 down to 60, down to 55, and try to get you back to normal. This is extremely important because until you're able to reprogram your body to what normal is, it's very, well, it's not difficult. It's impossible to get yourself back into a relaxed state. Now, the other side of the coin for this is relaxing your mind. It's almost like the relaxing your body is for when you're already stressed out. or when you're trying to train your body to know what relaxed feels like again. And that's what I did. I actually went somewhere and they hooked monitors to my body, and I learned how to relax again because I had forgotten. They would leave the room and tell me to relax, and then they would look at the monitors and say, "Oh my God, you think you're relaxed? You're so not relaxed." So I had to retrain my body to know what relaxed felt like. So that's one side. The other side is what the next video is going to be about, and that's how learning to deal with situations so that you can prevent yourself from getting so stressed out in the first place. So let's end part 4 right here.